Welcome to my YouTube channel Tech with Kazim. Today we'll look at how you can host your website. First, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more interesting IT videos. Thank you. So let's begin. So what is web hosting? Web hosting is the process of purchasing a space to house your website on the internet or the World Wide Web. Now, it is like just renting a place on the server where you can actually put the content of your website, the website you've developed, or the web pages, the content of the web pages you developed. You need a place, a server where you can put them so that people across the globe can be able to access them. And that is what we call web hosting. Usually, it will be attached with what we call a domain name. So you need to also, so once people query the domain name of your website, the the server will actually request for the resources of your website from the server, and once the once the file is found, it's being returned to your browser and the web page is served to you. So you kind of purchase the plan or you rent the space to house your website for it to be accessible on the World Wide Web. So what are the kind of website that you can host? You can host a blog website. Blog website is where a kind of website that you actually share the article, write and share article online. And you also have, you can also host portfolio or personal website where an example of portfolio or personal website is like your CV online or having your profile online. The other website you can host is an e-commerce website. E-commerce website, there are websites that allow people to come and buy or sell things online. So such kind of businesses, they are e-commerce. Also, you can also have a small business website for small businesses or organizations that wish to promote their services, their goods and services online. So you can have business for that, and you can host this kind of website as well. So now, what are the hosting options that are available for you? Now you can actually choose to host your website. We have the shared hosting. Shared hosting is actually perfect for entry-level web hosting. In shared hosting, you actually share same server as multiple other websites. And shared hosting is is cheaper than the rest. So it's expected if you're just building a not big website, this is the one you preferably go for. The second is the virtual private server hosting. That's a VPS hosting. VPS hosting is suited for businesses or people who have outgrown shared hosting. It allows fewer users to share allocated segments of hard drive space, memory, and compute power. So each user on the VPS server has access to virtual machines that are running its own copy of an OS. So the third one on my list is the managed WP hosting, the WordPress, managed WordPress hosting. So this is where you kind of do hosting for WordPress sites. You know, WordPress sites where you actually design websites online. Like is actually it makes it flexible for people to actually build website. It's also efficient and useful as well. So the fourth one is a cloud hosting. Cloud hosting now, instead of having hosting your website content on physical servers, you actually have them in the cloud. And these we have lots of cloud hosting companies like the the AWS, Azure, Alibaba, uh, Google Cloud, Oracle, IBM, and a whole lot of them. So the one advantage of cloud hosting is some of them, the bigger ones, they allow you to do um, you pay per use. So it's like as in pay per hour, and some allow pay per minute. So it's actually they're actually flexible on their pricing model. So the fifth one I have here is a dedicated server hosting, and here you have a dedicated server to do all you want. Yeah, to actually do all you want. All your server is actually dedicated for a particular process of your organization. Now, so that's for the dedicated server hosting. Then we have the co-location. In the co-location, here you purchase a space from a highly secure data center facility to actually host your website. So the they kind of have a facility that is highly secure. One advantage of co-location is a high security. So these are different, but the one we'll be looking at is a shared hosting that it is cheaper and it is the one that you preferably go for if you're not doing something big or that require large things. So what are the things that you need to consider before you choose hosting provider? See, we have lots of these hosting provider that you can actually rent space or you can buy space for to host your website. So we have the foreign ones and we have the local ones. So there are lots of them, and many of them they offer you one perks, the pros and cons. So you need to, apart from checking each of them, the pros and cons. But I want these are the four things I will determine are what should be at the back of your mind aside any other perks, any other benefits that they are offering you. The first one is security. You want to choose a hosting provider that will ensure your website content is secure, that that your site will not be vulnerable to hackers or attackers that would disrupt your business processes or so that will reduce the number of downtime you have on your website. So you want to put security at the forefront. Then the second thing you want to consider is the customer support. Yes, you might be having challenges with your hosting plan, or you're trying to do something ASAP and you want the customer service to be able to reach, and you need help immediately. So you don't want to choose um, a hosting provider whose customer support don't respond, or the ones that they won't even solve your issues. I've had bad experiences with some hosting provider customer support, and I've had excellent services from other hosting companies that offer customer support. And believe me, you don't want to joke with this top to security and customer support, because they can actually be frustrating at times. At times when your site is down, you need somebody to talk to and you can't get through. So it kind of is actually frustrating. So most of these hosting providers will tell you have 24/7 customer service. So ensure that you choose one that have track record, that they respond to their customers, and when they respond, they actually go a long way to help you in any challenge you have with your hosting plan. So the third things you need to consider is reliable. So are they reliable? So you want to go with an hosting provider that is reliable, and you know that okay, putting your website content on the server is actually reliable for you. That will make people to be able to access your website. Your users to be able to reliably um, use your website when they need them. And lastly, you want to choose an hosting provider who offer backup of website content. Yes, see, at times you may need to do overhaul, pull down the whole website and do some upgrade or add some things, or maybe the server or software it crashed, there's a problem, and when you restore it, everything is wiped off, and they tell you you don't have backup, so you have to go and build a website from ground up again. You can imagine how frustrating that can be, especially if you've added updates upon updates on the website over a long time. So you want to choose hosting provider that they will guarantee and ensure that your website content is being backed up, so that anytime that you need it, you can actually download it, or you can add update, or when there's any problem or a crash or an attack, you can actually have a backup content of our website. So these are the four things that among them, there are other things that you can look for. So when you check the website of the hosting provider, you see other benefits that they will list there. But I feel these four are very important that you shouldn't actually joke with. So now we'll see a demo of how we can now host a website. So with this demo, I'm going to be hosting a page, just a single page on a shared hosting account. So I'm going to be using the local hosting company here. You can actually, you feel free, you can use anyone. That one thing is, when you buy the hosting plan, they have a lot of hosting plan flexible for you. So you need to also consider other things you need to consider before you actually choose hosting plan. Is okay, the number of pages you need for that, the bandwidth, you want to the bandwidth speed. Actually, because you might, if your website use 4K content or streaming video or music, and you have multiple people using that service at the same time, so you will need a hosting plan that will offer you higher bandwidth. So you need to check other things like bandwidth, speed, number of pages, whether they give you free SSL certificate and security, whether they give you free SSL, whether you buy or they'll give you free SSL certificate. And you also need to consider if the plan have add-on domains, if add-on subdomains, if you need to use multiple subdomain on your website. Other things you need to look at is whether they will allow you to create free email account for that website. So also when you check any hosting or provider you pick, ensure you go through a different type of hosting plan, and depending on the kind of website you're building, whether it's a blogging website, a personal portfolio website, e-commerce website, a small business website, depending on the category of website you're trying to host, you'll be able to choose the appropriate plan that is right for you. So now let's see a demo. I'm going to log in into an hosting plan. But if I log in now, I'll have to. So I have a file here. So let me open the content of the file. So this is what is just in it. Web hosting 101, how to host website. So this is just the website that I want to host. Is a single web page. I just want to use it as a demo, and this is what is contained. I have a folder here, and I also says a folder for CSS and IMG. So there's nothing IMG really, but just to show you guys, let's assume you have your project folder this way that you want to host. So the first thing you're going to do is, all right, this is a folder here. So you open the folder. I named this folder practice. So you can name it your project or the name of what you're working on or the name of the website. So you open it and you select all the documents and folders that you have inside the project folder. In my case, it is practice folder. So you right click and you zip them. So I'm going to add to archive. Then I'll select zip folder here. Then okay. Then one thing you observe that so it is zip now. You see the name of the zip file now takes the name of the main folder, the parent folder. So that's what I'll be uploading to my server here. So now I'm going to access. So when you buy the hosting plan, when you buy a hosting plan from an hosting provider, you'll be given a CPanel login, the username and password for your CPanel account. So it is from the CPanel you'll be able to. So this is how the CPanel actually looks like. From the CPanel, you have tabs like email tabs, files tab, databases if you need to use database for your website, domains, metrics, security, software. But for the sake of the tutorial, we want to upload our website content. So you click on File Manager. So from File Manager, so this is how the File Manager looks like. Yeah, so this is the File Manager here. In my case, I have a lot of things that I've uploaded. And in your case, if it is a new hosting plan that you bought, you have to, it will be empty in your own case. But now I have other things I've uploaded on this account. So I want to upload so this is what I want to upload, this practice zipped folder. It contains index, don't forget. So the first thing I want to do is to delete the index that is here. Don't worry, I've already backed it up. And one thing with CPanel, let me quickly mention this, is if you delete a file or a folder from the CPanel, you can actually see from, once you delete it, you can actually view it back from the trash. So when you view trash, you'll be able to see it there. But I would advise that before you delete anything, make sure you keep a backup copy of it. So I've already downloaded this to have it on my local computer in case something happened and I couldn't find it in the trash. So make sure that you're careful with what you delete. So I've already backed up this index.html. So I'm just going to delete. I have delete at the top here. I've selected the index.html, and I'm going to delete it here. So confirm. Right, so it's gone. Now I want to upload. Now to upload, CPanel is very flexible these days. That we just drag and drop. So I click on upload, and it brought me here. So I can either drag the zipped folder, the practice zip folder that I've zipped earlier. I can drag it here, or just click this button to select. So I'm going to click on select. I have the folder in desktop. I have something called practice. Then this is a practice folder. Then now open. So now you can see the download is complete. So I'm going to click here go back to home. So if I scroll down, I should find the practice zip folder. Yeah, here it is, the practice zipped folder. So I'm going to click it now. I'm clicking this. So I'll click this practice zip folder to extract its content. So I've selected it. Then the next thing I will do at the top right here, I'm going to click on extract. So extract will ask you for the location that you want to extract it to. So you can, because I want the index to be on this first page, so I'm going to extract to the default page for the public underscore HTML folder. So I'm going to click on extract file. So now it will show you the files that it has extracted here and it's done. So I'm going to click on close. So I have it there, I have the vendor here, then and I should have the index.html here. Yeah, that's it. So once I'm done this practice.zip, I can now delete it. I don't need it again. I've already extracted its content, so it's gone. So now, so these, don't forget earlier, this what you have in the hosting side. So now if I query this web page, I should have that there. So this is the web page, so I'm just going to refresh. Yeah, and exactly, so I have the welcome to hosting 101, how to host a website. So pretty simple, very simple. So hosting your web page is hosting a website. Actually, if you're using it for a business or personal blog, actually promote you just across the world, allow you to reach more people. And hosting on the shared hosting is something very simple as well. So in my next video coming up, I'll be coming up in a few days. I'll be sharing with you how you can host on the cloud hosting. So cloud hosting is they are very flexible in the pricing and more secure. You don't need to manage the hardware resources yourself because you're hosting everything in the cloud. So please subscribe to my video for more interesting videos that is coming up on IT. Thank you for watching this tutorial.